What's going on, Reality After Show? We are here with the Survivor 48 cast draft, and boy, do we have a panel for this tonight. I'm very excited about this. I'm Lauren. We have Lyrsa from David versus Goliath. How are you, Lyrsa?
Waiting for my dinner.
Steven is here joining us for the very first time on the podcast. Steven, how are you?
I'm doing well. Very excited to armchair quarterback a draft.
Absolutely. Adrian, my co-host from the Anonymous, is back and ready to draft again.
Oh, absolutely. It was a little disappointing for season 47. But yeah, no, I'm ready to dive into it. I'm ready to take a look at a new group of 18 castaways and ready to rock and roll. Let's make it happen.
And we have Emily from the Traders coverage with us, joining us as well.
Hi, excited to be here.
And another newcomer, Amelia. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Very good, very excited. Let's just get right into this, how this is going to work. Very limited research from this panel here in terms of the cast, which I love that because it's going to be a crapshoot. So it's snake draft. We are each going to get 3 picks total. So slim pickings, you better be on the ball with your picks because you're not getting a lot this go around. Lyrsa is going to bring up the wheel. We are going to see who will be selecting the first position and get the order going so we can start selecting these players.
And here's the magic wheel.
All right.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, are we ready to spin the wheel?
Wait, why is Emily green?
Because I'm wearing green.
No.
Oh,
because it's the first. I don't know. Like, oh.
All right, Adrian, what do you have?
Curse. So I get to select my position now, correct?
Correct. So 1
all right.
through 6.
I'm going to go with 4.
Slot number 4. All right. Lyrsa, hit it again.
Here we are, removing Adrian and... Oh!
Whoa.
It kind of like...
That is...
That's riggery.
What's happening? I don't know what's happening, but I'm happy I won.
All right.
So you're gonna pick the spot you want in the line to like pick up people. So Adrian is what, number 4, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you can choose between 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6.
I'll do number 3.
Number 3 is off the board.
Yes.
Yeah, getting in the middle. Get those middle ones out. Whew. We need music for this.
Keep going. Well, I just needed this to keep spinning for me. See, this is tough because there's someone I think really want, and I don't know if they'll fall to me, but I'm going to take the risk and go with number 5 spot.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nobody wants to take those number 1 and number 2 spots. Ooh.
Really? I need number 1 so I can pick up my dinner at the lobby. Okay. It will give me time. We have so much people.
Emily, let's go.
I'll take 2.
Nobody wants the ends.
You know,
just because I got last in the Traders draft, I got last pick,
and
so I'd rather give myself a little bit of control here.
Fair.
Ooh.
I'll do number 1.
Number 1.
There you go. You got your wish.
So I can get my dinner. Yay!
You get to spin again just for me?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, no, we got to spin it for posterity.
Well, yes.
That was almost a perfect spin.
Oh, man, so close.
That was a good spin. That was a good spin.
Steven, you have been blessed with spot number 6.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you will.
Okay, so how this will work, obviously, Lyrsa, you'll have first pick. I have the ability to present. So once you make your selection, I will scroll to the cast member you select, and then we can get into talking about your decision.
And why it's wrong.
Okay, wait.
No pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Only a little
Shit.
bit though.
And we're starting now.
Oh, you are starting right now.
Right now.
You can go down to the
chose
lobby and
number
get your
one.
dinner, so you better hurry.
You chose number 1.
Fuck. Let me see.
Eyebrows.
I'm trying to see this picture, and they're so far.
Dimples.
I can't see them.
She can't
Oh,
see.
fuck. Can't, because the pictures that I have are the full body, which they're kind of serving way better than my season.
Yeah.
So you know what? No, you don't know what. But I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with this dude that he looks like he's gonna be fun. I'm probably not the first one out. I'm gonna go with Shaheen.
Okay.
Sean,
He
okay.
is the face storm. So he's there to argue, bitches.
All right, here we go. We're going all the way down to the Purple Tribe with Sean. Lyrsa, tell us about Sean.
Oh my god, I can't believe I don't know a lot about Sean. I didn't know he was in a purple tribe. If he knew that, I would have picked him because I cursed the purple tribe and the purple color when I was voted out from Jabeni. And it has worked, guys, because almost all purple tribe have been doomed from the get-go. So fucking works. Anyways, I like that he is 38, so he is in a good age range that he has life experience, but he's still in his 30s, and it's gonna be fun because he refuses to get 40. I understand that. He's also a debate professor, so I think he will find a way to get out of things if he gets into trouble. So I like that. And also, have you seen that beautiful beard and eyebrows? Like, come on, he is serving. So this is my first pick. Sean. I will call him the Vary. Moving forward. It's his last name.
Okay.
Perfect. All right,
Yeah.
so takes on our
He was
first
an alternate for 46, just like Rachel and Kenzie.
There we go.
If he's an alternate, that definitely puts him a little bit higher on my list of people. It seems like alternates have, like, since they had it and they lost it, they tend to play harder. So it's definitely a solid reason to pick somebody. I would totally support that. My issue with him is that under his 3 words to describe him, he has like charismatic, driven, clever. Okay, they're great. I love it. But then later on, it says, what do you value in an alliance partner? It says he needs a strategist. But if you're clever, why do you need a strategist? That just
Fair.
seems like it's not working for me.
The other thing that's not working for me is
Well, I'm gonna.
Don't you dare say the beard.
the non-contact sports. So my
Oh,
issue
come
being
on.
no, that's not. I'm just saying.
So he plays.
No,
He
no,
plays
come on to him.
cornhole. So do I.
Come on for him. That's what I'm saying. This is a contact sport.
Yeah, like come on. It depends.
Cornhole,
on the
there's
person.
no contact on cornhole. It's just throwing a beanbag
Yeah.
all over the place.
Maybe
Well,
the way you play it.
Not if I'm playing, because I'm almost hitting everybody when I play on the other side. So it can't be a contact sport.
I'm
Well,
just
there's
saying,
part of
if
the
that is
style,
off your list is contact sports, and you get into a physical challenge, I have a very much a concern for you. And secondly, wants to play like Penner. I
Oh, it's
love
so
Penner. Great
Mhm.
entertainment, but my issue is Penner can be very shady. So is Sean going to be this way, and are people going to catch on to that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, he admittedly says that he has harebrained ideas, that he's too big brained, that he needs someone to tell him he's stupid. No one's going to do that for you. You have to realize when you're being stupid. Like, let somebody, like if you give somebody enough rope, they'll hang themselves, right? That's the saying. And I think that he's in prime position where he's just going to, give himself too much rope.
Steven, what do you think?
Do you think he's gonna lie about his job? I mean, everyone always says like lawyers are always threatening because they know they'll argue, so people lie about being a lawyer. The debate professor is probably even more skilled at arguing and discussing, and so I'm curious if he's upfront with his job or he's gonna try to hide it with something. Well, we'll see how good he lies if he does.
Like just professor and make.
Yeah, he could just say he's the professor.
Amelia, like people are gonna ask like professor of
Awesomeness and
That's my title right now.
I think he'll bring the entertainment. I just think he might rub people the wrong way.
That's where I'm going with Penner. I think, like, you as a viewer love watching Penner, but if we're going back to Cook Islands Penner, then there's one alliance liked you and the other one disliked you. So we'll see how Sean fares here. But with that being said, Emily, you get the second pick.
Okay, I'm at a toss-up because do I go with the girl who is my girl crush of this season, or do I go with the other person I want to pick? Now I'm at a toss. I did this to myself. I know. I am going to go with Charity because one, she's pretty, but I think I just quickly reading her little blurb. She's a flight attendant, so she knows how to deal with people, and I think that's a huge skill to have. And from what it seems is she's got nothing to lose, and she wants to play the game like her and not like anybody else. So I feel like you can't go wrong with someone who kind of just has nothing to lose and doesn't want to play for like the followers or anything. That's just what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I resonated very much with Charity. I was actually hoping that she was going to fall to me for my number 1 pick.
Sorry.
Well, it's not my fault. You suck. So her actual story about her losing 100 pounds and then like passing the torch along to other people who are still trying to get healthy and whatnot resonates very much with my own personal story and my own personal journey. So like I just had that like vibe with her that I wanted to jam on that. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get her. So I hope she loses.
That's okay. I hope she wins.
Amelia, what do you think?
I liked her, but I don't like her name. I'm not gonna say it's personal. Like it's Charity. It must be really weird to have a name that means that people have to be nice to you and give out something to you for you to like, So I guess I don't know. For her name, I wouldn't have chose her, but for her onesie, I like it. I would totally have gotten her, voted for her, I guess.
I think Charity's a very strong pick, was actually going to be my first pick, and that's why I was saying, do I take the risk and let it fall to 5? I didn't think it would, so we had to revamp here. But Charity,
I like having a good pick.
And then I would say the other thing with Charity, so Jane is brought up, Jane from Nicaragua, and I just think, where does that come from? I think it's awesome, but where does that come from? Jane was very likable, so if Charity wants to play a Jane similar game and get in with people, because Jane was loyal to Jane's alliance. So, I mean, if that's the route you're trying to go and people are able to be giving you that trust and you can give it back the same, you just hope that you don't get someone such as a Chase that's going to burn you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it was probably the last season she watched, so like she was just in her head.
Well, I mean, she said the 2 players are Jane and Tony, so you just gotta create a portmanteau of the 2, and she'll be fine.
But I like when she said, "I'm going out there to play like me," and that to me was a winning line.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean that makes sense.
I think it's good in the sense of Charity picks a winner and then also picks someone that was very likable and a huge fan favorite. So I'm just saying, if you can win and do that and be a fan favorite of everyone, you won the whole thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this pick.
It's a good pick. I'm happy that you're happy, but I'm disappointed.
I do remember reading about this when I did when the cast was released, and I was like, oh, I like her. I think she's got nothing to lose, which is kind of the best players in this game.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Amelia, you have the next pick.
All right. So honestly, I didn't prepare for anything. Lisa woke me up half an hour ago and was like, Amelia, we're online. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay, cool. So I saw this and I was like, I think I'm going to pick Kyle because like He's living currently in Brooklyn. I used to live in Brooklyn. He says he has had a lot of crazy experiences. And hey, I live in New York for 4 years, and yeah, I did have a lot of crazy experiences. I mean, like if you live in New York, you have seen almost anything or everyone. And I think that's a great asset to play on survival, being able to know different kinds of people from different walks of life and just be able to interact and play it cool. The only thing is that I feel like attorneys and lawyers, they tend to get cocky in the game.
Mhm.
So I just hope he doesn't go through that line. He just plays it cool and just like gives a great game.
Adrian, what do you have?
I mean, I was a toss up. Like he's got the look, he's got the smile. He has that. Like he doesn't look like he's threatening. He's. I'm sure if you pop that shirt off, I'm sure he looks more threatening. But like he just seems like he's going to be a middle of the road type of person, which will allow him to slide through. He seems like he's nice enough and gregarious enough of an individual to make an impression and make a deep run into the game. My issue always comes with, has an attorney ever won Survivor? I mean, one, right?
Yes, one.
One.
Yeah.
One. So,
not the best person to say he won,
yeah.
but he did won.
It's like how many attorneys have been on the show and we only have one winner? Like it just seems like the ratio I always am wary. And for some reason CBS just keeps wanting to put more and more lawyers on. So it's just like, oh, you're a lawyer? Boom, you're on. All right. But like they just don't do well. I'd be curious to know what kind of lawyer he is actually. Is he, does he actually do the actual cases and everything? Or is he more like a behind the scenes kind of guy? I don't know, but I think that's going to factor into it as well. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I just do litigation and whatnot," or I'm a labor lawyer or something like that, which doesn't really have like a whole lot of interpersonal skills that are involved with it. It's more contracts and stuff like that, as opposed to a person who's trying to sway a jury, which that's a whole nother skill set. And if he's more along those lines of that type of attorney, then I think that he's got a little bit more of a shot. He has that look to him, so he could be a threat. But I just don't like I don't think I will ever pick a lawyer.
Is that the same way you always say, I will not pick a consultant? Because you're going that route currently right now. Because that's always your MO with no consultants can be on my team.
Yeah, there has to be some very extenuating circumstances for me to pick a consultant, for me to pick a doctor, or for me to pick a lawyer.
Wow.
So, you best believe none of them end up on your team then, because there's options.
Extenuating circumstances.
So my thing with Kyle is pet peeve was uppity people. So I feel as though you get people from various walks of life. You're going to come across an uppity person absolutely on the show, probably somebody on your tribe. How are you going to navigate that? Because what if everyone enjoys that uppity person? Are you just going to risk it all and say, they annoy me, I want them to get eliminated, therefore putting yourself in a tough position where you could potentially get the vote put back on you?
Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
What does uppity mean? Somebody explain that to me.
Steven, take away uppity.
Oh, uppity as in like people who think they know too much, who are kind of annoying and annoying in that sense. So kind of push you a little bit in a way.
Oh, so
That
they're
because-
just uppity.
Sure, yes. And now I'm going to Google
I
it.
can see that.
All right, Emily, what do you think?
I think it's an okay
Arrogant.
pick. I think he isn't the biggest guy on the beach, so I think that will help him in term. I mean, we don't know what he looks like with the shirt off. I don't know what he looks like, but I'm talking about a couple other big, strong men, so that could help him. However, reading his bio, he says his 3 words are fun, crafty, and social, but then doesn't like uppity people. I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
And then he identifies the most with Davey and Jay, who are very social people, and I just don't know if I get that vibe from him. But I mean, I think he might fall, the middle of the pack, hopefully, unless he kind of makes a stink on the show and, tries to be a leader. I could see that happening based on who's on his tribe. But I could see it being a middle of the road pack. So good choice.
Lear, so do you have any thoughts on Kyle?
Not a lot, but since we all said that, I wonder how he looks without his shirt. You were all like, I wonder how he looks without his shirt. So yeah, I wonder how he looks without his shirt. I don't know. My thing is that I don't trust attorneys on Survivor. I don't trust I don't trust the one that won.
Oh my god! Everyone is convincing me to like my.
You can't change
everyone saying something, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, can I take it back? I'm kidding. I'll stay with that one. I'm like,
Stick
oh
with
my
your
God.
gut.
All
Stick with your
right.
gut.
But look, I like that he is crafty, and our crafty people always make it at least to the merge. So I think he's gonna like at least stay in the middle of the pack. I don't think if he doesn't say that he is an attorney, I don't think that he will be voted
won't.
out pre-merge.
He
Yeah,
said
they
he's a teacher.
learn. Some
They
of them
never
have
do. They
learned.
never say it. They hide it
He-
until the end, and then at tribal they say it like at the last tribal.
I'm a lawyer. No shit. Yes. That's
right.
what I wanted to say in my season.
Adrian, it's coming in hot at number 4. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, it's coming in hot at number 4. So I'll give you a little bit of my thought process here. I love my people from New Jersey, right?
Correct.
Absolutely. Like I fully believe in New Jersey people when they play this game. I think they get a little bit of everything. However, the one person that has some New Jersey roots this season is a consultant.
Double whammy.
Are you going to do it?
So I've been teetering on this, thinking, and I just can't bring myself to choose a consultant. So I had to stay in the same neighborhood. All right. I got to stay close to home. I got to stay close to my people. So there is somebody else that does catch my eye, and I am going to draft for the 4th pick, Mary from Philadelphia, PA.
No! Sorry.
Substance abuse counselor on the Vula tribe. I think she's got some sass. She's got a great stance there. She looks like she's happy. She's confident. She's ready to rock and roll, and I appreciate that. So take her off the board.
You can also see her eyebrows in this picture.
That's always a plus.
And they look good. And I love her
I was gonna say that it's giving vibe the bangs like that. It's badass. I like it.
Yeah. Damn it. I was
She's
gonna
gonna
pick
be-
her. She was my next pick.
Sorry, off the board.
So I wrote little snippets of notes next to every person
Mhm.
except for Mary, because I think Mary will be first boot from that tribe.
I'm totally fine with it. I think that she's going to have the social connections to be able to make it past the first boot.
Right. I will say the Green Tribe in general, I'm a little concerned about, but I hope I'm wrong. I first of all, I will comment. The pose, the outfit is gorgeous.
Mhm.
I love it. But I just don't know well she'll do. And I
Mhm.
hope she does do well, because I'm always rooting for people. And that's the thing when we do these drafts, we don't know anything about you until we see your gameplay. So we're just going based on the information that we gather. You are all great people, I'm sure. But based on what I'm seeing and what I collected, I think Mary's time in the game is short-lived.
No, look at these pet peeves and you tell me that you can't love this woman. Slow drivers in the left lane.
Mood.
True. I hate them.
Like that's like stating everybody hates those people. I love it. Food that you pay for that sucks. So true.
Well, Lisa, is that you? Because like those are things that you would totally put there.
This woman is real.
She is real. Are we
She's
sure
real.
that she's not from Boston
Mary is life.
or any of the northeastern states? Because she sounds
Mhm.
like one of us.
Listen, I will say
She's
Mary
from
does
Philly.
seem approachable, though. if someone's smiling that way at me, I'm like, I can go and talk to this person. I do agree on that. And also, the pet peeves are funny, but I'm not paying for food that I don't like. It's like, come on, you know,
It's
you're
efficient, which is the next thing on the list. This girl knows.
Emily and Steven, what do you have on Mary?
I think she's, based on her background and her story, I think she's going to be great. I think she's going to be able to make those social connections and relate to everybody. So I think as long as she can kind of not be the first boot, I think she can go pretty far. I really like this pick. I mean, I don't have her, but I like it for where she fell. I'm happy that she fell towards the top of the pick because I think she deserves it. Hopefully, I don't know, but
There you go.
Steven, what do you have?
Ben Drivergen is an interesting player to say you identify with.
yeah, I didn't
think-
like that.
All of us, when under fire, would like to pull out a win like Ben does, but I don't think Ben's strategy should be anyone's go-to plan coming into the game. So hopefully that's not how. Hopefully she's more taking inspiration of him never getting voted out versus like I want to play exactly like him.
All right. Well, there's Mary. We'll see.
There's something about Mary. We'll see.
All right. I'll drop it down. It's me. All right. I'm going right here. Going with Eva for my pick, specifically because I think that she will do quite well on this season. Very athletic, is currently going for the PhD, and also is there to show like a version of autism that they don't portray in mainstream currently. And so I just think that because Eva's had to deal with that throughout her entire life, that she knows how to properly approach people and that they're probably going to gravitate towards her. And I think she's going to kill it in challenges because she plays men's hockey and is the only one that played men's hockey for the university that she attended to. So I think she's going to be a badass in challenges and someone you want to keep around. Thoughts?
I like this pick. I think if she can find that day one person, I think she's going to make that, loyal to the end, like a la Caroline and Sue last season. She says it herself. She values loyalty in a partner, and I think that'll be really good for her. And if she can get that and match that with being great in challenges, I think I hope she does well. So I think it's a great pick.
Yeah, no, I have no qualms with this. Eva was on my radar to an extent. I definitely worry, and this is just a fact of the game, that if she is forthright with her autism and whatnot, people are going to use that as like, oh, I don't want to take her to the end type of thing. We see that usually with anybody who has any type of special needs or what have you. But I think on paper, I think she's a phenomenal player, and I think she's going to go deep.
Steven, what do you think?
Well, she apparently started watching Survivor's part of a drinking game. What do you think? What do you think you drink every time Jeff says "come on in," or every time a player says this will be an easy vote? I'm curious how that game came about, but I'm excited. 24 is. I mean, I entered my PhD program when I was 27, so 24, like you really have to know what you want, and so I think she's gonna be really driven in everything she does.
Amelia Learso,
she's
what do
only
you have?
24. Wow.
She's on the young end for this cast.
Yeah.
All of the descriptions that you said, everything that you said about it, I'm like, damn, like I wish I would have chose her. She looks amazing. Like everything that she's done so far, and she's 24. That's a lot, really. I think she's gonna go far, definitely.
I also want to mention I'm really enjoying the representation that we are getting on this season from everyone from all different walks of life, and everyone is so unique. So I'm excited to see the mixed bag and the blend of all these people coming together. But I think if she comes out and is forward about having autism, that comes across to me as genuine and not trying to hide who you are as a person, because that is who you are. And I think that she is proud of who she is.
I will say one of her pet peeves is lazy people. So I hope on her tribe, or at least, on the beach. There's not lazy people, because there's always going to be lazy people in this game. People don't want to work. But I hope that doesn't cause a rift for her, because I want her to excel.
Her other pet peeve is wet socks. She's
Yeah. Okay.
And let me
like
tell
wet
you
socks.
something. But let me tell you something, Eva. If you are filming on the first round, you're gonna get wet, girl. It's wet season over there, so you will have wet socks at some point. She seems like a really good pick. Plays hockey. I'm jealous. I want to go to a hockey game. I want to see blood, but that's just me. Yeah. The only thing it bothers me from every single contestant, 38 forward, is that when they ask them, who do you identify the most with, and who do you think you will play likely most? Nobody chooses me, and it's upsetting. But aside from that, that's a great pick, and I think she will get at least to the merge.
I hope so. I'm excited. All right, Steven, you now get the 2 back-to-back picks.
And then I'm stuck with whoever is left over at the very end of the game, correct?
No, you're not. Lyrsa is.
Oh, never
I
mind.
am.
Oh. All right, well, I am very happy because the 2 people I was eyeing are
Actually,
both
no,
both
Steven, you're right. You do. Normally we do this with 3 people, so yes, you are stuck.
That's what I figured. Unless there's some twist rule going on there, I'm like, I'm pretty
Well,
sure whoever's left.
Yeah, don't argue with the
Yeah.
doctor.
I do like twists. I wasn't trying to argue. You know what? Listen, when you're normally used to doing this with 3 people and not a panel like 6, all right.
Listen, Steven's a smarty. Don't question.
It's getting complicated. It's more than 3 people.
Mm.
It is. All right,
You're doing great,
Steven,
Lauren.
your 2
Let's,
picks.
let's start with Justin.
Okay.
Justin on the green tribe, Lula.
Go Massachusetts.
This
I
is
think
a
we
pizzeria
already
guy.
added him in our private Massachusetts people chat. I think he is having an event and they invited me.
Scroll down.
so-
There you go. There is your buddy Justin on the screen.
Yeah, so Justin, I think, is going to have Devin upside from Milton. I think he's going to lay things down really well early on. I think he's going to be really affable. He has hair like Andy from last season, so I'm sure we'll get
I
some
was gonna
great
say
shots from
that,
that too. And I really think that he's going to be able to make a deep run by being this social animal, and people are going to really underestimate him, both physically as well as intelligence. I mean, he went to Yale, but I don't think he's going to publicize that, for instance.
I liked him. I was happy he's on the board early, but I was going to pick him if he fell to me later on. I think him going to school at Yale for poli-sci and wanting to go to law school, I think will help him. I think it'll help him, and I think he can play on I'm just a pizza manager. I'm just a silly, goofy guy. And I think he could make the social connections that way. So,
Yeah, kind of like the wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing.
He looks like he has the charisma from the hospitality industry people, that they can just have a smile and tell you what you need or what you don't need, and fix everything so everyone's happy. And with the Harvard thing, I feel like he's smart, but also he's probably people smart as well. So I think those are 2 important points towards him.
My question is, did the bio have what favorite pizza toppings that Justin enjoys? Because that's an impact for me, what people put on their pizza. So if Justin says,
Well, it's not pineapple.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Justin says I enjoy pineapple on my pizza, then I'm feeling to myself, ooh, can't really root for that. But I do enjoy Justin's vibe. I think Justin's going to have a very charming personality, someone that easily can go up to other people, that they'll gravitate towards Justin. I'm rooting for you, Justin, because you live in Massachusetts as well. So you have a lot of upticks for me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, have you ever had pineapple on pizza?
I have, not by choice.
It's not bad at all. It's pretty fucking
pretty
good. It's
not
pretty
bad
damn good.
if you combine it with jalapenos also, it's really
Oh
good.
my god, I do banana peppers, but yeah, so
Yeah,
good.
you get the spiciness and the sweet of the sweet of the pineapple. That's
Then
the
I put
only
bacon
way.
on it. And I put a
that's
little
the
bacon on it, get that salty in it. Mmm.
yeah,
Pineapple, banana pepper, and bacon. Try it. It's so good.
or
He's been
jalapenos.
a-
Yeah.
Or jalapenos. Yeah.
He's been a vegetarian his whole life. It's giving
Uh,
Kyle from the other season.
Oh, he's gonna be.
Will he cave and eat meat during the season like Kyle did? We'll see.
Y'all are ridiculous with the pineapple. Okay. Anyway, I still feel that needed to be in the bio because if you work at a pizzeria, I need to know your toppings. With
Mhm.
that being said, though, Steven, who is your back-to-back pick?
Give me Chrissy from the Orange Tribe, please.
Okay.
Okay.
We are going Chrissy from Orange. Let's get you Chrissy here. Alrighty. We are going Chrissy. Let's hear about Chrissy, Steven, because I'm guessing some people were not expecting Chrissy to maybe go off the board here.
Well, I think Chrissy is a dangerous player to pick in terms of her demographic, right?
Mhm.
Normally, the older female demographic is either like early boot target or also more of a Sue, a player who's going to get to the end of the game but not have win equity.
Or
But I think
Maria.
or Maria. Like, I mean, you also have that, and I'm thinking she's going to go more the Maria, the more Maria route, where I think she's a fire lieutenant. I think she's tough as nails. I think she's done a lot in her life. I think she's not going to fall into the trap of the mom role or the leader role, and so I think she's going to do really well. And like, hopefully, Chrissy with more of a social game on top of it. Well, Chrissy from whatever that season was, Healers Hustlers.
Yeah, just that it's hard to get that season out because there's too much verbiage there. I don't hate the pick. I would really love to see an older woman win a season. I would love to see that. And I think if you're comparing to last season, Sue got to the end, just didn't get any votes because the other two people sitting next to her outplayed her. However, I think if Chrissy goes in and can play not dominant and maybe not the motherly role potentially, I think Chrissy's someone that you could easily pull in to be in your alliance.
Yeah, no, she's definitely gonna have that like loyalty card that she's gonna play and whatnot. My primary concern with most women in her age bracket is they try to like go above and beyond to prove that they're worthy. And given her experience as a fire lieutenant, I feel like that's gonna come off bossy. And people are not gonna like she's like, I could do this, I can do this, I can do this. You do this, you do that. Like, I feel like they'll want to take a leadership role, being that that's what they do typically in their day-to-day life. And being in a fire lieutenant, like, you are not used to people like questioning you. Like you're in a life and death situation with some of that stuff, you know, like that's like super important. So I don't think that she's going to be used to being questioned or used to having their authority be questioned. And that puts her in a prime position of just being someone who wants to prove themselves in an area where they're not amongst a lot of their peers. And it just puts them in a precarious position to not gel with the people that they're with.
Any other thoughts
I
on?
could be wrong.
I don't know.
hope you are.
Any other thoughts on Chrissy?
I'm using a really valuable pick on her, so I believe in you, Chrissy.
It's a bold pick, but it could pay off.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it. Bold pick could pay off.
Any other last thoughts?
I think she can do well. I think she can prove her strength, so it won't be like hopefully an automatic out.
Yeah.
I do worry that I could see her being like, oh, I'm a boss in my day-to-day life. I don't want to do that here, but I could see how it's kind of hard to escape that if it's in your body. You know, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I'll sit aside. You're going to want to, you know, do it. So if she can kind of hold back, I think she could do well, but it's tough.
I do like her, like, person that she identified the most is Caroline. That's not like, I think that's a bold pick. And she's a fire lieutenant, so that's hot. So that's all I have to say. Go Chrissy.
Amelia, do you have anything?
I just wanted to say that I feel like it's gonna be like the the stereotype that they always do of the mom of the tribe, and everyone, the younger ones are gonna be like, oh, she's my mom here in Survivor, she's like my mother figure. And I think, yeah, that's probably the role she's gonna fulfill and do. And the bossy thing as well, which that happens. Women with character that say things can be perceived as bossy, especially like older women, that the way of communicating is different. So yeah, that could happen too. I could totally see it.
All right. Well, moving on, I will go to my pick. I'm conflicted because, again, Steve, I'm in the same boat. We're gonna get one of the last two here. You know, I'll go with my gut on this one because it caught my eye. I do have an issue with this person, but regardless of that, I am going to take Kevin off the board. So I think Kevin's going to be strong. I don't think Kevin will be in trouble as a first person to go from the tribe. I also think Kevin's smile is very charming, and he seems like he has so much energy that he could bring to the table. Also, Yul Kwon was an inspiration for Kevin, and I love Yul. I think Yul's awesome. So if you're wanting to emulate your game how Yul played, would be here for that. Yul played a great game. My issue being, though, is so David versus Goliath was mentioned. First of all, Lyrsa's name was not mentioned in the four people that are mentioned there with Christian, Nick, Davey. I don't know. There might just be three.
Nick.
And that's where my
over
issue
Nick.
lies. Nick was selected. I am okay with the Christian and Davey being said, but it's the Nick. But I can look past this because I still think Kevin will be successful in the game.
Yes, no, I actually feel very similar to Kevin as I did about Kyle. I think like if you pop that shirt off, I don't know what's going on under there and see how threatening that is. But he does have that dynamite smile, you know. He's 100% like going to be seen as a threat, whether he knows it or not. The good news is that it seems like a lot of the men on this season are going to be able to be seen as threats in one way or another. I don't see any of the men in this season really flying under the radar for one or reason or another. So he might be able to blend in on that. But I mean, to me, he just screams like this guy is a Survivor winner, which in and of itself makes him a threat.
Emily, what do you have?
I got nothing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to find his little. I think I just got. He was not on my radar from when I, quickly read on people and. He worked at Abercrombie and Fitch as a greeter model. Oh no. His favorite hobby is Barry's boot camp, and he keeps talking about how I don't like him. I'm sure he's great. I just fear he's going to take being fit too intensely. And I don't like that energy. But
Absolutely
you know what? Good
fair.
for him. He has an MBA. I don't know what else to say.
Steven, what do you have?
I love the fact he likes escape rooms. My only problem with escape rooms is Survivor doesn't really do escape room style challenges as much as I want them to. Though the way they've done idols recently has given me more hope. So maybe his skills will come in handy.
Amelia?
I have nothing to say. I feel the same as Emily did. There's nothing that I find interesting, nothing personal, Kevin. But yeah, like, no, he gives me finance bro guys and stuff like that. Not my
He is a
vibe.
finance bro.
He is a finance bro.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right, Lyrsa. Final thoughts on Kevin.
Look, Kevin, you and I have to have a conversation because you pick my season and then you pick Nick. And I know he won, but look at the record, like the actual record. Who's more fun? It's me. He doesn't play dodgeball. He doesn't play kickball. Anyways, aside from that, he wants to play like Jewel, and we all love Jewel. So we'll see how it goes. I think that finance people are tricky because they're always thinking about numbers, and it gets like, I don't know, they think too much about numbers, and then it ruins the game for me. But we'll see, and we'll definitely have a conversation, Kevin. Bye.
All right, Adrian, take it away with your second pick.
All right. So I was hoping this person was going to fall to me, and luckily they have. So there's definitely some reservations that I have about this player. They have some on paper, outside of everything, they look like a phenomenal player that they can fly closer to the ground than most of the other players. They have a good physical background. They're right in the middle of the pack in terms of age, so I think they're going to be able to relate to a lot of people. Like, I'm going to take a bold move here, and I'm going to take Mitch off the board.
I heard that from the other room.
I'll mute it so you guys can hear the dog because she's right next to me. I hate you, Adrian. You have picked all the people that I want to pick.
I only picked two.
Yeah, I wanted Mary and I wanted Mitch for different reasons, probably, but okay.
Yeah. So I just find, like, I remember seeing either a commercial or something on TikTok with him, and like, he is just the most like amazing human being. Just like to hear him talk and tell his story, and it resonated with me so much that I was like, you know what? I want to have this. I like, if it comes to me, I'm going to take the opportunity, and I'm going to give Mitch the old college try here. But he's a PE coach, so and he's into like long distance running and endurance sports, so he's got great cardiovascular shape, and and he works with younger kids. He's used to dealing with different types of personalities. Like, I see a lot of good coming out of him. Now, we can't talk about Mitch without talking about the elephant in the room, which is his speech impediment. Now, is that going to be something that's going to factor into people? Are they going to like I think if they are able to listen to him and be patient with him, which patience is very hard to come by on the island because you're under a lot of stress. Is that going to affect people's ability to relate to him? I don't know. That's what time's going to find out, but that's my reservation with Mitch.
So Steven and myself probably can talk a lot about someone such as Mitch because I played a live game with someone that also stutters. And for me, doesn't make a difference at all. As you said, you do have to be patient and let them finish because that's their biggest thing. They want to be able to finish what they're talking about and they don't want to be interrupted. And the person I play with, adorable, wonderful human being. And that's one of the reasons why I got rid of them, because they were so likable. And that's the only thing I could worry for Mitch is the likability factor. I think Mitch will do very well, but I don't see Mitch getting to the end because I think Mitch is going to be so nice, so personable, and they don't want to compete against that.
Yeah, I like him so much that I'm choosing him against my better judgment.
Steven, what do you have to say about Mitch?
I've driven through Waco, Texas a lot. He went to my alma mater, Texas A&M, and so that was someone who I probably should have picked earlier. But I'm excited for him. I think as a PE coach, I hope he doesn't fall into coaching his team, his tribe. I think people can have historically felt annoyed when someone's taken that role and tried to guide or shape them. But we'll see what happens.
Emily, what do you think?
Question. Is PE coach personal trainer or gym teacher?
I'm
confused.
Gym teacher.
Gym
All right,
teacher.
just call yourself a gym teacher. Let's not get pretentious here, PE coach.
Listen, I'll tell you, they don't want to be.
Are you trying to say something about personal trainers?
No, but I'm confused because as a PE coach, right? Is he going to try to be a coach of these people, or if he's just a personal trainer? I just feel like those are different categories, and I need some clarification, and I worry about that.
Okay.
Second of all, he says he resonates with Joe because of his competitiveness. I get it. You're talking about Joe. Immediate strike against him. I'm sorry. For the people, Joe is not.
Hold on. Look at the 3 total people he mentioned. It's a fascinating list.
Spencer, Joe, and Cochran. I can't figure Mitch out. I don't understand. I think he'll be likable. I think he'll do great in endurance challenges. And yeah, I think he's gonna I think he'll make merge, but I think he could have that social threat capability, or he could plummet. I don't know. I feel like he's very hit or miss for me.
All right, that's fair enough. Lyrsa, Amelia, what do you think about Mitch?
Okay, let me tell you something.
He's mine. Sorry.
I know he's yours. It's okay. It's okay. Can't steal it. Ooh, it will be interesting, like maybe doing like a steal episode. Like it's an idea that whatever. Anyways, Mitch. I wanted to pick Mitch because I need somebody from the Orange tribe. I can't pick everybody from the same tribe. That's the first. Second of all, I really like his shirt. Like I will wear that shirt with like high-waisted washout pants. Like they will look so amazing together. So I like that. I also am able to see his eyebrows, which you guys know are very important to me apparently in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I really was the main reason, which is kind of like fucked up, that I wanted to pick him, is that he's from Waco. And most of you guys know I do a horror podcast and I'm very into anything horror, serial killers, cults, all of it. And I'm like, shit, he's from Waco. That's going to be my next pick, just based on that. Then I read that he
Do you
wants
think he
to-
gives out serial killer vibes?
No, he doesn't.
Ah, okay.
And he also,
Because you're saying
he
that.
also doesn't. He also doesn't give like cult leaders, which in Survivor you kind of have to be a little bit of a cult leader to succeed, right? You need to like rally the people and guide them and spell your gospel, right? So I also didn't like after I read that he wants to play like Joe, because we all know the reason. We don't have to talk about it here. So I also wish him luck anyways. Good pick. Adrian, I still hate you, but go Mitch.
It's okay. I'm used to it. So I will say this about the Joe thing. Okay, that does demonstrate that he's not really in tune with what is going on outside of the realm of the game. So he just because I'd assume he wouldn't mention it otherwise. But that does put into question how much of a fan he is.
Yeah.
So that's something. But I mean, a lot of people on this cast are not as deep fans as we've had over the past 7 seasons. So,
and the reality too is that one thing doesn't cancel the other, right? Joe is a good player, right? He's athletics. He was very social. Like he's gorgeous. Like I'm not gonna deny that. I met him in person. He's fucking beautiful. If I were straight, I would be into him with that luscious hair after the fact. But yeah, one thing doesn't cancel the other. And it is what it is. I don't want to go into politics, but I feel that we also get too passionate of we're humans and we see what's going on outside in the world, right? And I don't want to get political. So it's the conflict of that. And we're saying like, oh, he wants to play this person or this person because now they're not our favorite people right now. But they don't have to be blamed for that. If that he wants to play like Joe made it really far. So good for you, Mitch.
So everyone's rooting for Mitch. That is what I have gathered from here. So go, Mitch.
Amelia hasn't stated her opinion, right? What do you think about Mitch?
I just feel like I can't get past the fact that he looks like a cousin of mine, that he's really cocky and is always like bragging about everything. Ooh. So I'm just prejudiced. I'm not going to say anything about Mitch right now.
Wait, what does he look like?
You just never know where this is going to go.
Someone's about to throw shade.
Amelia, before you throw too much shade, go into your next pick because you're going to have this whole panel coming for you almost.
Yeah, we stand.
All right, I forgot that everyone likes him. I'm sorry, I don't. Like, yeah, that's it.
I don't get great vibes.
I'll give you this. Bye. Yeah. Oh, it's my turn for the
Yeah.
thingy. Okay, cool. So I choose Thomas Frottinger.
Ugh.
Thomas.
Why?
Oh, it's your first draft and you stole somebody from somebody. That's nice.
Wait, they already took him?
No, that's
No,
your pick.
no.
No. The,
I
Emily wanted
hoped
it,
he was
right?
gonna fall to me next round so bad.
people wanted Thomas. All right, Amelia, what are your thoughts on Thomas?
I like that his favorite player is Sophie Clark. I've always had a crush on her. Like she's amazing. Lisa knows this. I feel like she's the best player. And like he put that in and I was like, yeah, his inspiration is his husband. I feel he's a little bit cheesy and corny watching the Real Housewives and eating ice cream, cold brew and the dogs. So I feel like everyone's gonna feel comfortable around him, not seeing him as a threat, but he's gonna like know every little secret of everyone around him. And then it's gonna go through the merch and everything. And perhaps he will go far. I feel like he's probably gonna be giving me like underdog or just like really under the radar, but he's gonna know a bit of everyone, and that's the way he's gonna move around, I think.
Fair enough. Steven, what do you think?
I think he went to my rival school. I think he went to USC because he has in his bio is like I lost to UCLA Lose. So
Drama.
I think he could be I'm intrigued. I think he can be a really solid player. I don't really have strong feelings on him besides his poor choice of alma mater, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
The only strong feeling I have for Thomas is sports fan, so I can get on board with you, Thomas. I love that quality about you. Adrian, what do you have?
Yeah. So Thomas. Okay. So I get a little bit of Zeke vibes off of him, which is a positive, right? Zeke was phenomenal at the game. The thing that I am not crazy about is his posture and how he stands in his photo. He seems as though he's not sure that he either belongs there or he's not confident. And to me, that kind of reads as like somebody who's if you're going into the game with an aura of self-doubt, I feel like that's going to put you in a precarious position for the first couple of votes. Now, I could be completely wrong. He could be snowing the entire cast. I don't know. And he even says, why do you think you'll be the sole survivor? It's because he wants to lull people like into a false sense of security. And I just don't like the way that he's standing. He just doesn't look like he's comfortable in his own skin. And that's not a knock on him as a person or anything like that. That's just him getting a photo taken of him. So be that for what it is. That's kind of what I'm reading from it. And I wish I had better news because he seems like a really likable guy. I just can't get on board with that. I like he was on my radar initially when we first started the draft. And then as I started looking more at him, I'm like, I don't like how he's standing. I just don't like it. Wonderful guy, I'm sure.
Question: what's the best stance for your Survivor profile photo like this?
What best stance?
Yeah.
So he is slightly his shoulders are a bit forward, as opposed to being more back and proud. And it's kind of a shrug forward. And then that's what I'm reading from that. And that usually indicates, a aura of trying to protect yourself because you're not comfortable around you. Unless you just have postural things with your spine, which that could be a whole nother thing. But it just seems like he's like a little shrugged up, like his shoulders are a little higher than what they would normally be, and his hands are tucked in under his shirt. Like it just feels like he's not comfortable standing there.
Emily, you were upset that Thomas was stolen. So talk to us about Thomas because I know you have something to say.
So he's who I was in between taking first over Charity, but I couldn't let Charity slide off the board. I figured she was going to get scooped up quick, and I hoped he was going to fall to me, and he just shyly did. I have reservations about him, and I'll get to that really quickly, but he's a music executive in LA. So first of all, he knows how to be around probably various types of personalities. He watches the Housewives, but also watches sports, which I think will give him ways to connect with other people in the tribe. And just looking at the tribe, I don't see him. I see Joe being a bigger threat than he is physicality wise. So I think if he can make those social connections and he can slide under the radar for a while, I think he'll be in a good spot. My reservation about him and why I ultimately couldn't pick him was he said, like, at the end of the day, he's just a delicate man who loves a nice bed and 3 meals a day. You don't get that on Survivor. So I fear we may have a meltdown early. Great TV, but I don't know if he knows that, but I don't know if he's ready for that. So I'm worried about him for his mental sake. But that's a great pick, Amelia, and I'm sad I didn't get him.
Thank you.
Lisa,
everybody.
any thoughts on Thomas?
Yes. 3 things. He's queer.
Mm-hmm.
He picks Sophie. Go Sophie, girl. And he watches The Real Housewife, which is the most important one, right? We will have shit to talk about, and I love it. Yeah, the posture is not good, but I feel like we only have like 3 poses to do for those type of picture. It's either, and you can notice in like every single cast picture, is either
Mhm.
that one, the one with the hands like this, or it's one pocket in and then the other one on the side, right? Like the teacup one. So I feel like he had to be
Okay,
one.
but at least you see what I'm saying. So I'm not like nuts.
Yeah.
No,
I
you're
also,
not. No.
no, you're not. But I also now wonder what's under that shirt, because we've been saying that for all the players and nobody said it for Thomas. So what's under that shirt?
That's a perfect way to slide into Emily's pick. What's under that shirt? Who are you going with?
I'm in between 2 people. I think I just gotta go with my gut. I have reservations. I'm trying to find their bio again so I can know what I'm talking about. So bear with me for 1 second. I'm so sorry.
All good.
I got reservations, but I'm taking Stephanie.
All right.
I think why can't I find her again? Oh, for one, she talks about Natalie Anderson wanting her fierceness, and Natalie's one of my all-time favorite players. So to me, that's a win. She works in tech now, but she worked for Teach for America for a long time, and I think that's got to give her a lot of grit and ways to also connect with people. And she is a super fan, but doesn't give me super fan vibes. And I think that if she can kind of downplay her love for the game and desire to win and kind of upplay her appearance, I think that can take her pretty far. That's about it. I think she can have what it takes if she can figure out how to play it right. I mean, I do have, my hesitations, but I think overall, yeah.
So I'm going to the pet peeve portion. How many people here on this panel have a pet peeve of the QR code on menus at restaurants? Or are people indifferent? So me personally,
I have opinions.
I'll say I don't necessarily hate it, only because say I'm at a place and you're ready to order and no one's able to be there at that current moment. It just gets into with the other transactions and someone brings it out to you. So then that way, if you have an eager desire, I want this drink, I want this food now, I can order it. And then whenever it comes out, it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But what if her tech product that she does is against QR codes in restaurants?
Well, that's not my problem. I'm just saying I'm okay with the QR codes.
My opinion in QR codes, where I didn't like them until recently, I'm getting blind by the second, guys. And lately, restaurants think it's cool to dim all the fucking lights and then give you a menu with letters that are this big. With a QR code, I can go zoom all in and I can actually read the menu. So I don't hate the QR codes. Regarding her, I also don't hate her, but I don't know. Uh, who she said she wants to play? Like, what if her favorite one? Oh, she mentioned that she liked Jan Jam, so I'll give her
Jim
that.
and Natalie Anderson.
Mhm.
Those are
Jan
two
Jam is my
solid
boy.
picks. I think
Yeah.
it's bold. You're picking winners. So if you're picking winners and you want to play like them, I think that's a good pick. I'm indifferent about Stephanie. I just wanted to talk about the QR code because that's what stood out to me. In this tribe in particular, just looking at the green tribe, I think it's just a mixed bag of a group. So it's all going to depend on who forms those quick bonds and relationships and makes the initial alliance. Because a tribe of 6, you have nowhere to hide. So sometimes a 4 comes together really quickly. And if you're not part of that 4, you're screwed.
Yeah, no, I just my thoughts here. Stephanie, I mean, I'm sure you're a very successful person. I think that you have a lot of ambition. You're an impressive individual. I have a couple issues with your bio that we need to talk about. First off, what do you value in an alliance partner? Okay, information. Someone who puts the T in loyalty. Blah 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 blah. All right, relationships are not transactional. A person's relationship to you is not solely based on the amount of information that they can bring to you. You have to connect with people. And I feel like you're losing that part of an alliance partner. You need to be able to build a relationship with somebody. You need to build a rapport. And all you're valuing in that person, that's what you value, is just the information that they bring to the table. I'm sorry. People can read through that. They're not going to get through to the connection to you, and they're not going to give you their loyalty. That's
That
just
was my
100%.
reservation. That was
Yeah.
my reservation. I was like, if you're thinking all you want is information, people might not see that as genuine.
Yeah. I have a big problem with that. And the other thing I have a real problem with is, why would you be the sole survivor, right? When you peel back all the layers, Survivor is about making it to the end sitting next to 2 people you can beat. That's not why you will be the sole survivor. That has nothing to do with you. You just said what the rules of the game are. That's it. Come on. You got to have more of an answer than that. Why are you, Stephanie, going to be the sole survivor? Not what is the rules of the game. It seems like
Adrian
she's
is
very
fantastic.
transactional in her thought process, and I think that she's going to have trouble connecting with people. And maybe that's why she has a problem with the QR code.
And I will agree with her with the flip flop thing and people like stepping on you. Sorry. I agree with her pet peeves.
Like, I get it.
Psych.
Like you're a successful businesswoman, but not everything, especially in Survivor. Survivor is not business. Survivor is more about interpersonal relationships and not just milking people for whatever they have as a tangible value to you.
Okay, well, now you're making me feel worse about my pick, but I get it.
No. Listen, I think that tribe's a tough tribe to have any sort of read on, truly, because it's such a mixed bag of people altogether.
We're going off of like what? 12 questions?
3 words, yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Does anyone else have,
This is entertainment, people.
anyone else have strong thoughts or opinions on Stephanie before we go into another pick?
Or weak thoughts.
No, I'm good.
All right, Lyrsa, you now get your 2 picks. You will be wrapped up. You'll be finished. So don't disappoint yourself.
Okay. I'm picking this person because I honestly like her shorts and her shirt, and she looks fine on her picture. Also, she said that she's friendly. All her picks for favorite people are people that I like the way they play. She picked Dee, Kenzie, Marianne, and Michelle. So I feel those are great picks. It is what it is. I want to have one person for every tribe, and I'm picking Bianca Roses.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. Thank you, too. I did not want this person.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, now
Because she's a
tribe-
consultant.
It's not.
Oh
even the
yeah, I knew you were
consultant.
gonna say that.
No, it's not even the consultant for me. I just, I don't know. I can't, because I don't, I'm looking at tribes alone here. I think Bianca could be an odd person out in this tribe, just on the looks alone of the tribe and the dynamic I could potentially see falling out into play. I think Bianca's probably lovely, but also I'm kind of with Adrian, the PR consultant. You don't know.
You're a believer.
I am just, well, I don't want you to have that satisfaction. I'm just, in this instance, I'm going with, I'm happy Bianca's off the board because I did not want Bianca to fall to me.
And you know what? I just realized I picked somebody else from the purple tribe. I'm fucking screw.
You have
I
another
can't
pick.
Yeah, I know. But okay. Shit, I'm sorry.
She's
I'm
somebody that just gave me nothing.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think it might be able to connect with people based on her job, and like it seems like she's got a bubbly personality, but again, I just got nothing from her bio, and that to me is, I just didn't really care to take her. So, I mean, I think she started her own career. That's, girl boss. But I think she may be able to make social connections. But like you said, on this tribe, this green tribe, this tribe, this cast, I don't know where she's gonna fall.
It's hard to figure out where she would particularly fit. My only thing is, this is where we're gonna have an issue now. This is going to be the person that surprised the hell out of us and could just kick some ass on the season. But Steven's smiling. Steven, what do you have?
I mean, I don't know. I think she seems very all about her job in New Jersey. That seems to be her two defining personality traits.
Amelia, do you have any thoughts?
I'm just thinking that she's the kind of person that goes to like a bar and asks for Sauvignon Blanc. That's everything that like went to my mind. Like nothing else to say. I don't want to be a hater. I'm trying not to be a hater, but it gives nothing. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Now we all shot ourselves in the foot. Lyrsa, if this is the person that wins, I just need.
I want double the money.
Listen, I don't know what to do. If this is who wins, I'm so happy for you. I'll be sad for all of us because all of us are on the same page, but you.
That's
but
okay.
Take another pick.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Don't be. I still have to talk about my piece with New Jersey.
Ay, Dios mío.
I know. People from New Jersey tend to do very, very well on Survivor. They just do. The stats are there. If you look at the winners at war, look at the final three. Jersey.
So would you have picked Bianca if Bianca was still left?
If she fell to me, I was going to be forced to pick a consultant because I would have picked her over anything else. I would have broken my rule in extenuating circumstances. And West Orange, it's a very like melting pot of a town. You got a whole bunch of different people from all different walks of life. You have affluent, you have people who are of limited means. Like it's a phenomenal demographic for someone who needs to learn how to deal with a bunch of different types of people. So I'm not going to be surprised if Bianca makes a deep run. That's right.
Thank you.
All right, Lyrsa, who's your next and final pick?
Oh shit. Oh man, this is it, right?
This is it, buddy.
I'm gonna go with. Let me go back to I'm between two people.
Are they both on the purple tribe? Is what I'm curious about.
No. One of them is in the orange tribe, and the other one is in the green tribe. Oh fuck! I'm gonna pick. You know what? Let me go. What's the name? Okay, I'm gonna pick. Where is she? Can't find her now. Is this one? Ooh. I'm gonna go with Camila.
Again. That's what I was gonna pick.
All right, we're scrolling all the way up.
That is a positive to me.
It is. That was a more positive one than the last one, to be honest.
Okay.
All right, tell us about Camila.
Camila is from Toronto, and let me tell you something. They have really good weed over there. Also, she is on the orange tribe, so I don't have both purple people, like all of to people in the same tribe. Her pet peeves are not great. People who message me, hello, or can I ask you a question without asking the question. But she paid off her parents' mortgage, and that's her accomplish. And I really like that of her because that's what I wanted to do if I won Survivor. I wanted to pay my parents, like have them debt free, and I couldn't. So I think that she's very into family and caring, and I like that for her. And for the rest of the world, we need more caring people. And that's all I have. Thank you, Camila. Bring me some money.
Well, we'll see. Listen, I think that she's going to be very strategic. I can see that, smart, and I think that she could be someone that could potentially read the tribe and navigate herself into a little group and figure out something to do there. I don't think she's going to be an outcast on this orange tribe at all. I think she's going to be able to find a crack and work with a couple people.
And I like her overalls. They're cute.
Steven, what do you have?
I think yes, for challenge start at the merge. I mean, I think you look at the challenges Survivor does, where they're very balanced, endurance based, and so small women tend to do really well in those challenges. Besides, you're picking up some immunity wins come early merge, which may help or hurt her later on. Who knows?
Adrian?
Yeah, I mean, like she's a gamer. I mean, that's always has some tangible quality to it. The thing that kind of really gets me a little about her is like she considers one of her favorite hobbies. This is a hobby. Now, a hobby is something that you habitually do for enjoyment and fun, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Her
Yes.
hobby states specifically that she likes to sing off key.
What's wrong with
Unintentionally, but she likes to sing off key until my husband asks me to stop. That's the entire quote. So, in other words, she enjoys knowing that it's going to annoy the piss out of him until he tells her to stop. And that's what she finds as a hobby.
I kind of love that, but like I think she's aware enough to know don't do that on the show. I can annoy my husband.
Oh,
We've
I
seen
don't
some
know
crazier
she's aware of that.
I think so. We've seen some crazier things, but if that does happen this season, I will be flabbergasted.
Mm-hmm. Like it's not even that like the hobby is singing off key. It's singing until my husband asks me to stop. That's the part that she likes.
Hey, whatever keeps your marriage together, man.
Right? That's so
Like,
true. That's so true.
I think it's fine to do that in your marriage, but that's your hobby.
I think now we all secretly want her to be voted off because she sings badly too much. Like that would be an incredible Survivor story.
Like that's exactly the way I'm imagining this. She does lift, so she's in good shape.
That made me
Yeah.
like her better, to be honest, because I think it's hilarious. I just, as I said, hope that you would never do that on the show. Now, if she does,
She might not be able to help herself.
I would love it if she did do it on the
She's
show.
so used to it. It's a hobby.
I don't know. I would love it. I would enjoy it because it would be such a train wreck and a mess, and just the stares and the reactions from people. Please actually do this. I need this on my 2025 bingo card, point blank period. Hand it to me. With that being said, Amelia, what do you think of Camilla?
You know what? I hadn't really read her bio, but now I feel that I like her and I would have picked her too. I like that she says that she failed on everything and she's so relaxed saying that she failed on a lot of things, but she was continuing and she can handle things. I feel she's smart. She said about the singing thing, probably it's some weird singing fetish her husband has or something, and they really get it going on. Maybe it's that. But yeah, I'm really
Sing worse.
yeah, let's see if she does that in Survivor, but
Bring bad baby to me.
she analyzes things first, and she's gonna play her game like analytically. I don't
Mhm.
know. I like her, and also like her colors, yellow and purplish. They're complementary, so I like her vibe, and she's cute. So
Hmm.
yeah, cute points.
I wonder if she sings so bad that they're not going to have to pay the copyright when she sings on camera.
I don't know.
I wonder if she's like me that starts singing out of nowhere. And I'm really a bad singer. I'm
Mhm.
very off key, and apparently I sing stuff all the time at work. Like yeah, and like make everything a song. And I didn't notice until one of my friends told me like you're always singing, and I'm like no, because I'm very off key. And they're like no, you're always singing everything you're gonna do, or you're doing, or you're thinking. So I vibe with the off key singing. That's all I have to say.
Adrian, we have a mixed bag here. So, I mean, it is what it is. Emily, do you have thoughts on Camilla? And then we also roll into your next pick as well.
Yeah, I was going to pick her for my final pick. I mean, I have big reservations based on the fact that she says one of her 3 qualities is impatient. How, respectfully, at Survivor, you can't say you have to be a little patient. I did like that her life experience that prepared her for the game is like failing a lot. Like Amelia said, she knows that things won't go her way in Survivor, and she has the hopefully ability to handle it. And I did like that she has the awareness that she'll end up playing like Erica. I mean, there's a lot of other reservations I have in here. I think she is going to try to downplay her threat level too much, but I think she might come up, hopefully not across as annoying to people. And if she can make those connections. But she does also say she doesn't sound smart when she speaks. So that kind of makes me a little weary. But I mean, I was going to take her for my final spot. So
since you can't take her, who are you going to take?
I'm going with somebody on the Purple Tribe that I think will give entertainment. I don't particularly think they might be the winner, but I don't know if I see it. But you know what? I'm taking Star, another queer person. So I have to represent. They have personality. I think she uses she, her pronouns, but I watched a little bit of clips. She has personality right off the bat. I don't know if that's going to rub people the wrong way and give it being difficult to make connections, but I think that high energy on her tribe might do well for her. She is a more recent fan of Survivor, so I don't know if that's going to help or hurt her in the end by not knowing certain players. I don't know how much she's watched, but I hope she makes it far. And I think it could help her that she's a newer fan because she's probably seen a lot of the 40 seasons that she may know how to play certain twists and advantages.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. Star, I believe, is a good later round pick because I think Star could be very underestimated. The only big qualm I have is the pet peeve that says the issue with bugs that buzz. So
Yeah.
we saw, and I hate to bring it up on Co Wrong, a bug got in somebody's ear. So I'm just hope you know what show you signed up for because there's a possibility anything could happen and there are bugs buzzing. So that's my only issue. If Star can get over that portion, then I think Star is going to have a good personality that people will enjoy being around.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's got great energy just coming off the picture in general, I think. I mean, it seems like they have a great story, immigrating from Liberia, all that jazz. The one thing that I am kind of red flagged about is that something that someone would never know looking at you is that she's actually really shy and an introvert. That gives me pause. You need to be the person who can instigate conversations at times, especially on Survivor. Like, you can't afford to be shy, especially when the game is as fast paced as it is. You need to be able to seize the moment and go for things. Like she says it earlier, it says the name of the game is No Regrets. And she's not talking about Survivor there, but the name of the game is No Regrets. You have to go for it when you have it. You don't have time to be an introvert. You don't have time to be shy. And I'm worried that maybe that might get the best of them and it'll make it difficult for them moving forward if they have to take action quickly.
Stephen, what do you think?
One of the cast assessments I've read described her as a female Rome, which brings a lot of thoughts to my mind. Where maybe like she might find herself being the merge boot in that case. So I don't know. I think brings a lot. It seems like she has a lot of energy. Also seems like, given her newness to the game and everything like that, she'll be at least fun to watch her play. You won't be bored.
Emily, what do you have on Star? Not Emily. Sorry, Amelia.
Spanish for Emily, so same thing.
Similar. I feel like Adrian, what you say about like Adrian, the confidence thing that she's an introverted and stuff like that. I don't know. On that pose, on that photo, she looks like she could fake it till she makes it. So
Mhm.
I would totally, yeah, she could go far. Yeah, that's what I got. She looks confident in that photo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lyrsa, any thoughts on Star?
Lyrsa, can you unmute?
Lyrsa, yeah.
We can hear you.
It's
through
just
mute.
sorry. I love that she is not from this country because that is my excuse for everything I don't understand. So I like that part, and I like that she mentioned Sandra, Queen. And I like her pose. She seems confident. So as we'll like, as you guys said, the shyness might be a problem because you can't be shy in this game. You have to like, not in Survivor US. Maybe Australian Survivor, which is longer, takes more time. You have like that freedom of like just take it easy peasy. Not here, so that might be an issue for her. But the rest, I'm okay with it. Go Star.
Go Star. Be a star. All right, Amelia, your last and final pick.
Oh, I thought like Star was the last one. I don't
No,
even
you-
know the choices we have.
There's still a few left.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we have Joe, David, Cedric, and Say still on the board, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, those are the four.
oh wow. Fun. Well, fun. Let's make it fun. Okay, which were the names? I'll pick them by the name.
So it's Joe Hunter, David Kin, Cedric McFadden, and Say Hughley.
Okay, I like Cedric McFadden. That
I
sounds
knew
like an
that.
interesting name. Yeah, I'll pick that one. Yes.
All right.
If you're going by name, he's got the best name.
Cedric's
Yeah,
off the board.
definitely.
So, Amelia, you went with the name pick here. Is there anything else you would like to say about Cedric?
No.
Perfect. I will go then. So the surgeon is a little bit of my issue because we see surgeons do play Survivor and some of them aren't the best at relating to other people because surgeons go in, they go do their job, they're very precise, and you don't really have to consult with a bunch of people when you're performing surgery on them because they are most of the time not awake. And so my issue with Cedric being, is he going to be able to relate to a bunch of people and make those true bonds and connections? Because the biggest thing I'm getting, and it's just putting it out there, I'm thinking One World and I'm thinking Tarzan, because Tarzan, although makes it far in the game, a lot of people were turned off by Tarzan's vibe. So is that what Cedric's going to be like? I don't know. I will say I like the smile and I think the glasses are awesome.
I mean, I'm picking up Kishan all day long from this guy from last season. And we talked about it last season. Like, a person who is in an operating room like that, or a person who is a doctor, is not used to having their authority questioned, or they think that they are way smarter than everybody else. And it tends to put them in a position where they stick their neck out thinking that they are way ahead of the game. And people just they clip them. I mean, that's what we saw last season with Kishan. And that's, I think, what we'll see with Cedric this season. I think his mouth is going to be too big for his brain, if that makes sense.
Steven,
as
what do
long
you
as
have on Cedric?
as long as it's no Genevieve, I think he'll get away with it though.
Ooh.
Also,
Oh.
let's yeah. Well, Genevieve was Genevieve. Let's ooh. But I'm sorry to interrupt you. The thing that I wanted to actually bring while I still have this is, he likes to think that he'll play like Earl Cole, but with the social game of Suri. Like, I think that's great, but like, do you think that if you're playing like Earl Cole, that you need to change that social game that much?
No, I think Earl had a great social game, and
I think he had a
went
great social game.
Earl went into
Yeah.
the season not knowing Survivor. Earl was a recruit, and Earl was able to jump right in and make those connections right away. So if you just said Earl, I think that's spot on.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. You didn't even need to add the Suri thing. Why are you adding that?
Less is
All I
more.
know is if I ever
Cedric.
play Survivor someday, I'm picking only first boots as my favorite players, just to drive commentators crazy.
Zane Knight all day. That's who you're gonna emulate your game after.
really throw people off.
Oh yeah, and Samhar. There you go.
Emily, what do you think about Cedric?
Not much. He
Okay.
gave me nothing besides his job as well. I mean, he talks about loving puzzles, which could help him. Just like everybody said, I think he's going to not know how to connect with people, especially because he says quiet confidence. I don't think he's going to know how to do that. I mean, I
Mhm.
could be wrong, but based on being a surgeon and the amount that he talks about being a surgeon, I don't really know if he's going to be able to be quiet.
Mhm.
That's about it.
Lear, what do you think about Cedric?
Okay, so I will have to say once again that I like his shirt. Those will also look great with wash out high-waisted jeans. But yes, we have seen what happens with surgeons. They want to take control. You can't like go against what they say. They get picky. I don't know how he's gonna combine Errol and Sari, to be honest, because if you're quiet, I don't know, but he has the best name, so go Cedric.
What about his eyebrows? Did you like his eyebrows?
We can't see.
Let
him.
me see. I can't see
I know,
them
we
because
can't
he has
really see the eyebrows.
glasses.
Mm.
But he does has a great smile and a great picture. This is one of the best pictures I feel in the whole cast. He has a great picture.
Oh yeah, no, he's very comfortable in his body. You could tell.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, Cedric looks
Cut
ready to
people
go.
open.
Give Cedric that. Ready to go. I'm on the beach right now. Let's get into the game. And with that, Adrian, what is your last pick?
All right. I'm actually not entirely upset about this pick. I know that we're only down to 3 people. So in the new era, we have had all female winners pretty much barring 2. We've had 5 female winners. We've had 2 male winners, right? I'm thinking that we're going to start seeing some tide shift. I think that the females are going to become more of a threat going forward, being the history of the past 7 seasons. So we saw it a little bit in 42 with how well Jonathan did. Now, that leads me to believe that I'm going to be picking one person. Now, I really don't like his chances. So I'm going to pivot from that. And I'm going to go towards Joe Hunter. Okay. He's giving me Dominic Abate vibes, like straight up. And he's as close as you can get to winning without winning. So, you know, maybe this time, like a blue collar fire captain has an opportunity to be like this, like super kick ass dad. And with an older cast, I think they're going to respect that more than a bunch of 20-year-olds. So there's definitely like a low ride where he can slide in and get to the end. I think if he gets to the end, I think he has a chance, but it's just going to be getting there. That's going to be the rough point.
If I came across Joe, I'd be immediately nervous thinking this guy is always going to be constantly scheming. I think Joe is going to want to be in charge of the tribe and lead the tribe, which could backfire. The only way I see Joe doing well is this tribe I do not see losing that much. So if Joe is able to get through couple votes without having to go to tribal and maybe get to, I don't know, a swap could happen. The merge, maybe Joe sneaks his way in and can get a little bit further in the game, but I just think Joe's going to want to have too much control and won't be able to let a little bit of it go to somebody else and let someone else take the lead.
So now think about it. If Joe makes the merge because they're doing well, and then we run into a situation where Chrissy makes the merge, can we
Fire
get
Captain
like,
off.
Fire Bros? Like, that's an in. Like, that's something that I took into consideration as well.
Fair enough. Steven, what do you have?
He has a pretty compelling story with what brought him to the show, and hopefully he keeps it secret and uses that if he gets the final tribal council to try to kind of sway hearts. I feel like he's a player who's going to be perhaps more of a pawn than a mover, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just hope that I feel like he might be an incidental target that's taken out to thin someone else's lines.
Mm-hmm.
Emily, what do you have?
I have thoughts. Most of them not great. First of all,
3 picks, okay?
I mean, yeah, that's very fair. He fell where I was expecting him to fall. I do, a story of his sister passing away from domestic violence, that's hard, and I love that he's bringing that to the game. However, when he says the player he most identifies with is Cody, I don't get Cody vibes from anything in his bio. I'm just going to say it. His whole thing about he wants loyalty, but also don't go crazy when things get wild. Just be normal and be cool. It's Survivor. He's probably going to be annoyed at the first person who tries to change the plan. It's a quick pace game, and he doesn't like selfish people, mean people, and rude people. Sir, those are all the same thing. Pick one, basically. The game is also inherently selfish. People are going to make moves. And again, I can just, yes, he seems like a girl dad, and that could help him, with other people in the tribe. But I just don't see his personality. I think his negative side of his personality is going to shine in this game, and that's not going to help him. And I don't like saying that again about him because that seems mean, and he doesn't like mean people. But
You're a horrible person.
I fear that this game will bring out a bad side of him based on his extensiveness of pet peeves.
Which are all the same.
And he doesn't like bad hugs. Okay, first of all, no one likes a bad hug, but some people may not be huggers. And basically
get good at it.
Right. But also some people don't like hugging.
Well, if you don't like hugging,
There's something
on the tribe.
wrong.
that's where you ask for the fist bump, though. If you're not a hugger, that's where you just go hey, buddy, I get you a fist bump. There you go. Bop it away. I don't know. That's just me personally.
Is he going to give creepy vibes because of it? I don't know. Basically anything acting like a butthole. Sir, again, all the same pet peeves. I just fear he is not Cody.
But no,
He thinks he's going to be Cody. How is
it's a
this
good question,
man
though.
going to be Cody?
Might
He's
not
a
be the
fire
same
captain.
thing, but is he wrong?
No, but again, how is this man, look at him, read his bio, expect to play like Cody, well-rounded and loved? Okay, well, I mean, hopefully he's loved. I mean, that would be nice. But again, all of his pet peeves are going to come out of a social strategy game.
Well, maybe he emotionally identifies with Hawaii. You don't know that.
That's fair. I don't get it, though.
Yeah.
Can we
Look
go
at
back
those
to the hug?
tattoos.
Can we just go back to the hug real quick? I just have to mention one point here. So it just brings me back memories. Is Joe going to want to hug people? Because it reminds me of Worlds Apart, where Vince was giving hugs out, and that's what it's giving me right now. Just
They're
hearing
free.
the bad.
It's giving me he's gonna hug people and it's gonna be weird and we're gonna have another
It's going to be weird.
issue.
It's going to be awkward. And you
We're
smell
gonna have
that.
another issue.
You smell
I'm not
that.
naming names. I'm not naming seasons.
I'm not naming
I
names
fear
either.
This is where this man is heading, and I hope not. But if this man makes it, I worry with the bad hugs being a pet peeve. Is he gonna be like, come in? I don't want to touch him.
I mean, if
And
we're
then if
not
I
gonna
hug
do
him, is he gonna be like, that was bad? You're out?
I can't stop
Can
laughing.
someone meet Joe at an
This
event
is
and be like,
personal
"This
for
hug?"
you.
Okay,
You're a
don't-
self-admitted poor hugger.
No, I'm a great hugger. Everyone tells
Oh,
me.
then what do you
Lisa
care?
Lauren can attest. I'm
Everyone
a good
tells you
hugger.
you're a great hugger. Really? Is that a real thing? You're
I
a
feel
great
like
hugger.
I'm not.
Lisa, I've given Lisa and Lauren, I mean, at least Lisa plenty of hugs. I just
Yes.
fear that somebody who's
Lisa,
talking
what
about
do you think?
hugging in their pet
Emily's
peeve.
a good hugger. I feel like I am not a good hugger because it's not part of our culture. We kiss people when we say hello. We don't hug each other. That's too personal. But you do give good hugs, Emily. I can attest to that.
What do you mean? I'm Puerto Rican like you, and I hug people all the time.
That's you. I don't like touching people.
But I don't like. What I don't know if my hugs are good enough for Joe or for everyone else. Like I've
Like,
never.
if your
thought
hug
about
is
it.
bad, is he going to vote for you? Like, what is this bad?
So
I don't like it. That's
I
my
don't know.
personal pet peeve of the night.
Okay.
Poor Joe.
This is so I thought, Joe, I kind of hope you win the season now because this is hilarious. Because I was thinking Bianca was going to be the one for me where I go, oh no, we got to Joe, and then everyone wants to talking. But I don't. I'm excited to watch Joe play regardless because I do think Joe is going to give us some spice to the season, regardless of what happened. Could be cringe moments, could be moments of,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, Joe just did this move or made this happen. I don't think Joe's going to be a boring character. So that is what I am excited about for Joe.
He is giving me obviously Dominic Akbate look alike. And that's one of the reasons I didn't pick him. Not that I don't like Dominic. It's just like doesn't do it for me.
It's fair.
But yeah, then I read without Emily saying anything. I read his pet peeves and I'm like, but they're all the same. Like he's just describing a very specific people that we all know who they are, right? And I'm like, but we all hate those people, but they're all the same, kind of like it's the same pet peeve. So I'm going with Emily on this one. I don't think he's gonna make it that far. Maybe they do have like a fire humans alliance that could save him. But yeah, I don't have high hopes for Joe. Thanks for playing.
All right, we need to move on from Joe. We just do.
I just can't. I can't move on from Joe. Like there's so many things going on with him. It's so annoying. I don't even know him.
You
Okay,
spent
yes.
too much time on Joe. All right, I'm going to take my last pick. Steven, who would you like?
clearly, I want the stunt performer.
I'm thinking it's
That's
your first
serious.
draft.
Oh,
It's your first draft, so I want to give you who you want. And the reason why I'm not going to give you who you want is because
This is all part of the plan. I want you to get
Because this is Survivor, that's why, and there's no friends.
well, it's not even that. I just don't see the other person winning the game, and I could see this small glimmer of hope for David winning this game. The small
Neither of these
glimmer.
players are winning the game.
You don't know
Neither of
that.
them are winning the game.
Okay, I'm going up to David because David is my pick.
She's like, shut up, I'm doing it.
Final answer.
Which is honestly who I would have liked to have as my last pick, just because he's making merge.
He's making the merge. I mean, unless he TKs out, but
Okay, here's my issue with David. Has not
where do we
seen,
start?
has not seen all of Survivor. This is my issue.
He's seen maybe an episode. Let's be fucking real. Sorry,
Okay,
Byron.
But again, I'm okay
Guys.
with that because we have seen, and I'm gonna go back to this. We've seen an Earl Cole come and do it. Doesn't know Survivor, is more majority of a recruit. So I'm hyping up my man David because David is on my team. I don't mind the stunt performer. What else do I have on David? One's kindness and an alliance partner. Don't we all? I don't know. Just David, if you can perform and give some charm to your tribe and at least be somewhat personable, the only thing that is giving me pause is the mean mug face. I can't approach that. If that is the way you are going to stand with that posture the entire time on the beach, can't do it. So good luck to you, David.
Great
This
way
is
to
the
support
mode.
your team.
Look, I think some silver lining. I think some silver lining to him is that he says he likes games and board games. Like I think there may be more of a strategic element than we may expect. He may have a chance to flourish when the game begins. but he could easily be a player that's scooped up as just a vote for Alliance. He pulls his team through the challenges, and he's a number at Merge where he wins challenges and gets picked off afterwards. That could just be his trajectory, but it's hard to know.
This is the most alpha man meets white bread slice of white bread in a person, is what I'm getting from his bio and his stance. He's no physical, like, clearly he's a physical threat. Like, I mean, he's going to be strong. And he talks about that nonstop in he likes how he looks and he likes how he, health and wealth, whatever. Again, just giving me nothing. And I just fear the 40s have been a very fast-paced game. And if you don't really know what you're getting yourself into, I worry for him. He says he's compared to Jonathan. Sure, you're a big guy, but again, when he literally goes, I love challenges, and this show seems like it could challenge me in ways I have not been yet. Like, okay, you're giving me nothing. It's just giving man. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to chime in here as a man.
You seem like you have more of a personality than David gives me right now.
Yeah.
And I've just met you for the past hour and 45 minutes. I'm getting no personality from David. So again, he's just giving me.
It's just a picture.
And some bio words.
Yeah. So I someone's got to defend somebody here. Okay.
I'm sure he's a good guy.
I can't. I don't want everyone just to shit on the guy. All right.
I didn't shit on my
It's not a crime to be a male. It's not. Now, having said that, in the 40s in Survivor, it kind of is a death sentence, unless you're Gabler, and like that's the only time that a straight guy has won Survivor since Tony. But if anybody's gonna do it, it's probably not David. But I mean, let's just say
Really coming to his defense here.
like he's a confident male that is probably with the cast that's not going to vote for him to win the money, but he has a look, and I'll say that.
Sure he does.
His answers are just so like chat GBT. Like this makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like what like AI generated
Yes.
like challenge beast. Yeah.
It's giving like MTV's challenge.
He
reject.
doesn't
Like,
actually exist. He's simply a ChatGPT player for this season.
100%.
like it's giving he applied to be on like either the Challenger, I don't know, some other like Ninja Beast Warrior type show, and
Ninja
they're like,
Beast
here, we'll put you on Survivor, and he's like, sure. Oh, I have to answer
Beast
questions. I
Games.
can't speak.
Beast
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's
Well, that was a show.
He's definitely like Squid Game the challenge kind of like
Yeah, like
Mhm.
I mean, he's gonna. I don't know.
And
Seriously.
I do not see a realm in which this man can win. I just don't. Like
Oh my
I
God.
don't. Like
I just feel bad because we all think the same thing of this poor man.
and
The most
I
important
really
thing
want to
is get
support.
players in the
but-
orange tribe to the merge.
Okay.
I have never been
I need Amelia's
more-
take real quick, though, please, because Amelia has had some hilarious things about these past couple people.
I was thinking that I should shut up actually because I've been trying not to like talk about people's physics and stuff like that, but like I feel like he's really disproportionate. He has like his upper body like form, and then his legs, like when you
Skip leg day.
like do AI, like we were talking AI of the photos that like the people have like a lot of fingers and stuff like that, and like really skinny legs. That's what happened. And I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk about people's like physical things, but that's what I thought.
But you just did.
And I did. I know. I don't have a filter. Yeah.
Like even in the cast photo, he's giving AI. He's turned opposite of everybody else. Everybody else is forward facing, and in the cast photo, he's literally the only one facing like different. and he's got this like perfect smile and chiseled face. It's giving some. This is a twist. He's a twist.
Yeah, no, this is going to be the Facebook group's favorite player.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I have never
Far.
felt more connected with you guys until today. Like, I feel our relationships have grown stronger in the last 5 minutes. Emily, you said everything I thought when I saw this picture. And yeah, who picked this humans?
Lauren.
Stephen, Lauren.
Lauren saw David and said, "This guy's gonna win. I need him on my team."
She said, "Alpha males unite."
There were 2 picks left, and let me be clear here. All right, I think the Green Tribe could have some potential issues, and I think the other 2 tribes might do better at the challenges. So I'm picking strictly based on who I think could. I'm not necessarily saying David's going to win. If David wins, then I need to go buy a bunch of lottery tickets.
Mhm.
It's just,
We all have to.
yeah, we all have to. But I do want to get to the final person because I know we are getting down to the nitty gritty, the last pick, which Steven, tell us this. Is this going to be the steal of the draft?
Of course, this is all part of my plan. I persuaded you to pick the stunt performer so I can get Say for the person whose name I can't pronounce. It was all part of the plan. So
I think it's Sai.
I will take Sai as my last player, the marketing professional, who's from actually close to where I grew up in Simi Valley, who lives in Simi Valley, California.
Mhm.
What to say? Sai is a super fan, which is always exciting. That they're more recent, started around COVID-19. Fan of Marianne and Drea. I like the Marianne pick a little bit more sketchy around the Drea pick. In terms of concerns, here's a fun quote from a reviewer. Sai described herself as a strong woman who doesn't deal with emotional people. And thank goodness you never encounter emotional people when you play Survivor. So I think she'll have an easy go through the game as a result. Yeah. And then I think she has, I'm sure you'll enjoy her pet peeves.
Who wants to take away the pet peeves? Adrian, I feel as though this is your route here.
Sometimes, I mean, people who smack when they chew. Let's talk about that.
I hate it.
Like, let's really get real. I mean, like, it depends on what you're chewing. Like,
Survivor solves this problem. They don't get food. Nothing to chew.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's not even going to be a factor. So why even bring it up? Like people who say the word moist.
I don't like that word. I am totally with her.
What
You don't like it when people say that?
Wait,
I feel it's gross.
Moist.
Oh,
How do I just want to know, is there another way to pronounce salmon? Because
If people
I'm-
say, like,
Yes, I know what she's saying.
They say salmon.
So yes, at least for me, I learned how to pronounce it in the American way because I pronounce it as it read salmon. So I thought it was salmon. With a
Yeah.
little bit of an accent at the end, but apparently
Salmon.
it's salmon. Yeah, apparently it's salmon, and you don't pronounce the L, so I can't understand where she's coming from. But that's
Now-
why is that a pet peeve?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
How many
stupid.
people-
It's a stupid pet peeve.
do you think that she goes on the beach and say, "How do you pronounce salmon?" I just come on.
That's typically how I start most conversations.
That's my icebreaker. So,
But yeah, but it's not salmon. I usually ask how you say especially.
Especially.
You ever hear people they go especially?
Oh, that's just wrong.
Girl,
Yeah.
over me. But
Or
I
like
have an accent.
I have espresso. Come on, you can't love that.
You have to take into consideration that a lot of people English is not their first language.
That's
So,
totally
like,
fine.
I'm not gonna get upset about it because that's the way I pronounce it and that's my
Mhm.
reason.
Yo, don't use
but
that as
being a
an excuse
pet peeve-
because I've never said espresso with an X. That's
No. Wait. I'm not talking about this
My
particular
second
word.
language.
But for example, I and Emily was there, I was pronouncing a name wrong
I
for
did
like
talk about that
almost
first.
6 months, right?
Mhm.
Because the way I read it and pronounce it is different. And this person, I love her. She never said anything until Sunday, and she mentioned it casually, and I felt like really bad. But in my case, no, I can pronounce espresso, and now I do salmon instead of salmon, which I used to do the first year I got here.
And you know
English
what?
is
If
a
it's
stupid
due
language.
to English not being your first language, I empathize and I understand, and that is totally understandable. Absolutely.
So how are
But
you
if you were
supposed to
born and
tell
raised in America and you still call it espresso, there's no excuse. There's none.
The espresso is the fast lane in PR. Coge el espresso and you go por ahí para abajo.
Well, that's what
Okay.
that's where it came from. People were like, "Oh, it makes me go fast." So espresso.
I never thought about it that way.
I think we're all losing it because we're almost 2 hours into this podcast. I do want to go back to
Oh, yeah,
One
we should talk
thing
about
with-
the
one thing. Yes, I want to talk about the contestant here because I will say the smile, amazing. I'm really
Yes.
digging that, and her hair's beautiful.
Yes.
May I have thoughts?
And she's also a marketing professional, and I am also a marketing professional, and I love that.
Yes, Emily, thoughts?
So to me, it's what will you value an alliance partner? That also question got to me because she says trust someone who's themselves, someone who's observant and has their fingers on the pulse of the diff dynamics at camp, someone funny, someone both strong mentally and physically. Respectfully,
So
what?
anybody,
Yeah.
anybody.
Because also, like, are you gonna have the pulse on camp? Because it seems like you don't know what's gonna go on. You want someone who's strong. You want someone like it just seems like you don't know what you want in an alliance, and I fear that's gonna. I don't think she knows what she's getting herself into.
Yeah, like I understand that Sai fell to the bottom of the draft here, but I actually felt a little bit better about her than some of the people that were drafted before her.
David.
David, cough Joe.
Well, I chose Joe.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I'm still giving my piece.
Yeah, no, but like, I think that they have some potential. I do. I think given the diversity of the cast and the dynamics of the cast, I think that a person that fits their demographic, I think, has a phenomenal job in being able to bob and weave through all the different types of social situations that they're going to be presented with. So I'm not as low as the draft position would indicate.
She has such an inviting smile. I would want her on my side.
Yeah.
I gotta
That's
say
what
that.
I said. I did say that. Beautiful smile.
Like, yeah, she has weird pet peeves and interesting choice in alliance partners, but she looks like somebody I would want to like work with. Or
I
at
like
least
her hobbies because they're like so diverse. She likes hiking and volleyball and swimming, but also scrapbooking and ceramics. So this seems like she uses like her whole brain, and I like that.
Yep. All right.
Well,
Well,
she's really empathetic. She says like she has the ability to make others feel valued, seen, and heard. And I think that's a really good character. See, I said something positive about someone from the game. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
you've gotten more positivity than the previous two people. So I'm just going to put this out here as this being the last pick, potential dark horse here, maybe. We'll see. I'm excited to watch her play regardless. I'm excited to see the whole cast because people, like we said, can very much surprise us. It is only a draft. We get a little glimmer,
Mhm.
a little snippet of your bio. I did not watch any of the preseason coverage that your videos are there. I saw none of that. And I don't think anyone else here really did either. So we're going off a limited basis of information about you, but we are all very excited to watch you all play.
And in the end, we're gonna possibly love all of you. So don't worry about what we say here.
Or hate.
Just possibly.
It's the possibly. All right, I am going to.
Yeah. And before we go, let's just one more thing. Like, being a strong male should not be a death sentence. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that. It should not be a death sentence. It shouldn't be like, oh, it's a strong guy. There's no way he can win. Like, come on.
I mean, I just have my personal opinions. I'm just
Like,
going
there's so
off
much
of
man
vibes.
hate.
Well, I'm sorry, bro. It's four women here. I don't know if you were expecting differently.
As a gay woman, I just
with it too,
simply
because I look
can't.
at the cast and I'm like they don't have a winning trajectory because they don't have people that they can align with.
We don't know. This season could be much different. That's why we have to watch the season to see. We did not know season 47 was going to be good if we were comparing it to every season that was before that. So 48, give us something different. Maybe the guys on the season take it over and you see 3 of them sitting in the end. I do not know. We will see what happens, though.
David could be a very nice guy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they can all be like really nice guys. It's just like
I just don't particularly care for the alpha male presence.
And I think that a lot of concern with David is the fact he came from
too.
just no survivor background whatsoever.
Yes.
Like, I think
That's
that was
what
the-
I
But,
really
I, but
low on
I, I
him.
do also understand what Adrian is saying. Like in this case, usually they don't do well because people feel intimidated by the white cis like big.
And they tend to be cocky. Their personality is what gets them in trouble. Like, let's not think they're
But
saying.
he could also be like a Xander and go far because he's just likable and it just happens to be a
Yeah.
stronger.
You
White
don't
We
know.
don't know.
Like-
We don't know anything. We're just reading stuff and making assumptions, which is
Yeah.
the same thing they're all gonna do on that first day. So we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely.
With that being said, I'm just going to run down who was on everyone's team
Mhm.
real quickly, and then we are going to wrap this up because we went far too long. So sorry, everybody, but this has been a blast. So Lyric's team: Sean, Bianca, Camilla,
Bring me
Emily's
some
team:
money, guys.
Charity, Stephanie, Star, Amelia's team: Kyle, Thomas, and Cedric, Adrian's team: Mary, Mitch, and Joe, my team: Eva, Kevin, and David, and wrapping up Steven's team, we have Justin, Christy, and Sai. Say.
the
We
dream
will
team.
get it. When we come back for the middle of the season coverage, we will get it right. And this just shows you none of us listened to any of the preseason coverage before coming on this podcast. So we are so sorry if we mispronounced. I am not the best with names, but when we see the season and hear everything, we will talk about that. What we'll do, we'll probably do a mid-season check-in where we can check in on our drafts. Some of us, I'm sure, will already be eliminated, and that is okay. People are going to have thoughts. And then we will do a follow-up at the end of the season and go over what we thought, where the season ranks in comparison to the rest. But with that being said, thank y'all so much for joining me for this draft tonight. It has been a pleasure. It's been so much fun. Some of the stuff I'm shocked some people said. I was like, whoa, was not ready for that. But it just goes to show people have opinions that are very different than other people's opinions. And with that being said, be sure to check out everything going on the Reality After Show. Australian Survivor is going full blast, full pace.
Yes.
Survivor 48 does indeed start tomorrow. Traders is still going as well. We have
Oh,
the
fuck that
challenge
show
part-
right now.
Well, we have opinions. We can talk about the opinions off air. Challenge podcast for Challenge All Stars. There's so much going. We have wrestling on the channel. So be sure to check out everything that is going on. Like and subscribe. And with that, this was exhausting. Y'all take care. Have a good night.
Not fun.